Hi everyone, so I was in town today and I saw this amazing shop front display in a shop called Anthropology in Bath. They always have amazing window displays and I just thought, oh my gosh, that would be such an amazing thing to do on a scrapbook page. So I just came home and thought, you know what, I'm just going to do it and see how it turns out. So this is the photo I've chosen. That's my little girl when she was 5 months old, bless her, with a crisp in her mouth. No, it must have been 6 months because she was weaning, with a crisp stuck in her mouth, just looking very kind of quizzical at me. And I just, I didn't really know which photo I was going to do, but, I really loved this one and I thought, yeah, that would be cool. So I'm just in the process of kind of picking some papers out, and the biggest kind of colour that seems to be prominent is this kind of green playmat in the background. So I'm just going through some scrapbooking papers. This one's K & Company, which I bought in sort of 2000, really early on, and you can see it's got a few bits of green in it, but a lot of the papers are really busy looking, and when I think about what I'm just about to do, I think my page is going to be so busy anyway. No, maybe that one with the lines. No, that I kind of need something neutral, but I might keep this out just as a kind of embellishment things. It's got a few die cuts in the front, and then I thought I might go for a more neutral colour to pick out the flooring and the wood in the background. This is actually a Christmas pad from Paper Mania. Just have like a really neutral colour because I'm going to put a lot of colour on it, but I'm also going to use this amazing tissue paper from Paper Chase. I just love this print. It's so funky and so cool. I nearly bought a piece of wrapping paper as well so I could cut out the shapes, but I was being restrained because I bought so many craft supplies this month. So the neutral doesn't really go with the white, I don't think. I really don't like that combination of cream and white. So I've also discounted the neutrals, which leaves me with green. Oh yes, so much green. So we have green that's kind of a, yeah, it's got a little bit of texture to it, but it's not particularly, and that's My Mind's Eye, that's their Jubilee collection. Or this one, which is a kind of cut apart, but I think with the shapes and the texture around the border and stuff, that's going to be too busy alongside that tissue paper. Although I've had this in my stash for ages. It's so pretty with embossed butterflies and things. I really like this tissue paper, this paper as well. This is the Bo Bunny Believe collection. Just really gorgeous. I do really like that, and I really like that. I think that green goes better. So this is called My Mind's Eye Jubilee, and I think it's a Wildberry Life. I think it's got that mental pattern on the back of it. So this is the paper I'm going to use, and I'm going to just cut out my photo. I don't really like to use a trimmer, I prefer to freehand it. And then what I'm thinking of is, I saw this shop display, like I said, in Anthropology, and it was just like weaving in and out, and I know you can kind of mat papers by weaving them in and out of each other, but this one was done with kind of sticks and bunting, and I'm not going to go for the bunting, but I thought that would be really cool to do on a scrapbook page, to do like bunting, not bunting, sorry, to do like sticks. And then I thought, I've got some barbecue skewers at home. I could like try and somehow adhere those to the page, and then like weave this crazy tissue paper in and out of them, and then kind of put my photo on top somehow. I just think that would look really good, and it's food, so it kind of links tenuously, but I'm gonna give that a go. Okay, so I've snapped the sticks, and you can see they're not all the same length, and I did just literally just snap the ends off them. And what I'm going to try and do now is just adhere the ends with high-tack, very sticky glue, and then I'm going to put a piece of masking tape across the top of them so that, excuse me, so that they hold in place while the glue is drying, or at least that is the theory. And I'm trying to do it right at the top and the bottom of the sticks because obviously I want to be able to thread my tissue paper underneath them. So I want them to be free in the middle. Oops. So now I'm just going to take my masking tape, I'm just going to always just put it on my clothes, don't know whether you can see this or not on camera, and then just rip it off a couple of times just to get rid of some of the sticky, because I really don't want to take off the paper. So I'm just going to stick that there, and I'm going to do the same at the bottom. I really don't want to rip the paper when I take that up. Just try and loosely stick down these ends so they just stay where I've put them, hopefully. And then I'm going to take the tissue paper. This is from Paper Chase. I don't know, it's called 3 Sheets Fruits. Nothing imaginative there then. It's definitely fruits. It's just so cute. Look at that. And it is tissue paper, so I think it's going to be quite fragile. But I'm going to try and cut it to thread. Oh, look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Oh, I don't want to cut it. It's too pretty. No, cut it. Cut it, Rachel. Cut it. Where's the scissors? So I'm going to just... Oh, actually, do you know what? It's a bit paler on the other side. Oh, do you know what? I might use the other side. I might use the back of it. Because the front of it is really, really bright, which I love. But... do I use the front? Do I use the back? No, I use the back, definitely. The back is so much more muted. You've still got those gorgeous patterns and colours and things, but oh my gosh, that's so much better. Okay, it's amazing what you find when you are just going through the process. So I'm going to cut these into about 2 centimetres wide, maybe. I might vary them and just keep it, you know, keep it a bit random, but I'm not going to make you watch me cut them out, so I'll be right back. So now I've cut out all my strips and I have kept them quite random. I'm now just going to, hopefully, yeah, I have to lift the paper slightly, that's it. Going to thread them over and under my sticks. I might not have quite enough paper. And I was thinking about, while I was cutting them, about how I'm going to kind of keep them in place. And I don't want to use wet glue because I know a lot of paper crafters don't use wet glue anyway, but I'm a mixed media artist by trade, so I do, oh, you stupid girl, look what I've done. I do tend to use wet glue as like my first port of call. And I don't want to use the double-sided sticky tape because I know that it's not acid free, so it will show through after a while. So I'm kind of thinking, what do I use? So I might have to go and find some glue dots and hope that they do the trick in a minute. And I was trying to keep the pattern pretty kind of similar, and then I realised that I'd messed up. And I had cut it completely, like I started off going along the top edge and then I did the side edge and just wasn't really paying attention because I was thinking about what I was going to stick it down with, and therefore I did it wrong. Well, not wrong, just not how I intended. So never mind. So it's all very random now, but I think you can still tell that it's fruit, which is good. Okay, so I've stuck the rest of these down, and where it's white the glue dots do show a little bit, but where it's got some other fruit on they don't, and I've just literally picked up the tissue paper, stuck it onto the glue dot, peeled it off because I don't want to rip my tissue paper, and then just kind of lined it up Might need that last piece actually. Stuck it down and then done the same with the other side. I've tried not to pull them too tight. Don't really want them to move too much, but so you can see it can move a little bit. And I'm just actually going to put this last one in. I'm going to cut it in half because it was quite a thick piece. Because I've got a gap at the top there that I don't really want. I do want to see some of the sticking out the top and the bottom, but not that much. So I'll just do this final one. And I was thinking about kind of what I can add onto this, and I'm not sure that I want to put too much more on it. I always do a bit of journaling because this is for my baby's first year, so I can't get it up. So it's where I'm going to do the journaling. I've unstuck my, oh look what I've done. Unstuck my stick from its sticky place. That one was a bit resistant. It was because it was quite close to the top. Let's see if I can get this last one over. That one's much more cooperative. There we go. So I think I'll move that one up a little bit when that glue's dried. I'll just stick it down for now. I might make that bit a bit shorter actually. It's quite similar length to the others. In the interests of keeping it random. Yeah, I do want to add some journaling and a title obviously onto this somewhere. But where I do that is another matter entirely. Okay, so there is my kind of woven mat of sticks and tissue paper and fruit, and then I was going to kind of just sit the picture. I could sit it kind of there. I don't like it in the middle. I like it there. And then I could kind of put my journaling down here. So I've got the bits of tissue paper sticking out the side and the stick sticking at the bottom. Yeah, there. How I'm going to stick that down is entirely another matter. So I've just got a piece of A4 white cardstock here, and I've decided I do want to just mat it onto it just to give it a bit more of a clean look. So I'm just taking my double-sided sticky tape because I don't have an ATG, which is an advanced tape glider for those people not familiar with scrapbooking lingo. I'm just using regular double-sided sticky tape, sort of eyeball it, stick it down, really thin border, and I'm just going to cut the border and eyeball the border with my scissors. Just because the background, I've made such a busy background now, I'm thinking, and the photo isn't exactly kind of all one shade either. There we go. That. Yeah, that just lifts it up from the page. The way I'm going to glue this down is I'm going to take my high-tack sticky glue and I'm just going to put a line of glue all the way along the sticks and the tissue paper, and just going back to my wet glue again. Can't stay away. Just gets good results. Don't know how else I'd do it anyway. Because I've mounted it now, it's not going directly onto the photo, which makes me a little bit happier as well. I'm just going to pop that down. There we are. Marvellous. Okay, so I've had a good old rummage through all my bits and pieces, and I've pulled out some things, most of which I've kind of gone with white because this is so colourful. I thought I would pick up on the white and the white in her t-shirt and things. I don't have a lot of alphas to choose from, but I've got these thickers. They are called Sunny. They are kind of glittery white thickers, and they're really all I've got that will coordinate with this. So I'm kind of forced into a position. I kind of want green really, but I don't have green, so I'm gonna kind of higgledy-piggledy write my title, which is going to be Mmmm Crisps. I'm just going to write it, just kind of, and I've taken the masking tape off as well, you might have noticed, because I wasn't really getting a good impression of what the layout was looking like. I've noticed that actually my tissue paper is on the wonk, it's not straight, but you know what, I don't really care. But I've also got, I was trying to pick out the foodie bits out of my embellishments, and I noticed I've got these two things. This orange, which is in just, oh, it's just almost neon, and it's glittery, and the strawberry that's kind of pink with little words on it. I don't really like either of them, and now I'm thinking, because I've got the white here and I'm kind of focusing in a bit more on white, I might actually paint these with white paint and put a bit of clear glitter glue over the top of them, and then they will coordinate. That's a good idea, isn't it? Okay, I'm going to go away and do that and come back. So what I've done is I've just mounted these two on a little piece of blue tack, and I'm just covering them over with some titanium white acrylic paint, and I've given them one coat already, but particularly the orange was so bright it started to show through. I did do it with a paintbrush the first time, but I washed my paintbrush and now I can't bother to go and get it. And then I'm just drying them with my heat gun, which is making the blue tack underneath melt, so I might have a problem in a minute, but let's see what happens. So what I'm thinking is I am going to leave these as they are momentarily, find a place to position them on the layout, and then I'm going to put the glitter glue on them, because the glitter glue takes a little while to dry and I'm not patient and I don't want to wait, what it boils down to. So I'm just going to have a little look, see what else I've got in here. I've gone quite a way back. I bought these like cute little foam hearts in 2002 from the works, and the same with these little foam words that say love on them, and they're pink and red, and there's some white as well, which is just, it's a cute layout, so I think I can get away with putting cutesy things on there. So I'm just kind of fishing out the white ones at the minute. There's 3 different sizes of hearts as well, which is quite useful, although I seem to be really not, actually I haven't got a really teeny one. Oh no, I have. I'm lying. I have. There it is, look. There, so you've got 3 sizes of hearts. Although, actually, it might be a... Do I want to use the pink? There is pink in the... No, I don't want to use pink. Keep it white. So, I'm just thinking about where my clusters of embellishments are going to go. And I've got these little bits and pieces as well. I found these too. I think they're out of the Carpe Diem collection. I can't remember who it's by. I'm sure you'll scream at me when I say that. But I'm sort of thinking about, I think I like captured better than detailed, so I'm thinking about kind of just slotting that under there, which means I'm kind of creating a embellishment cluster there. That's quite cute. And then I probably want another one somewhere else to balance it out, and in the top corner there looks awful. Maybe I do only want one. Maybe I do. I've got my title, which is slap bang in the middle. I think that's going to detract from the title. Maybe I'll just nestle it all in down here. I've got my 2 Are these actually going to make it onto the canvas is the next question. I'm trying to create a visual triangle here. I could put one up there, couldn't I? Oh, I think that goes quite nicely on the end there, and then that one there. Yeah. Okay, I've got some bunting as well, which I thought matched quite nicely with the colours, but I think oh, I think it's going to look too busy. I don't really have a place to put that. That's going to get rejected, and then something up here maybe on the edge. I might leave that as it is. Put the other little heart up there next to my strawberry, and then I found a little acetate piece that says love, which is really difficult to see. You can see it when you stick it down, but that's too big. Excuse me while I go and put the lights on. Ooh. There we go, that's better. And then I've got these two little green sayings. One says, they're so tiny, one says sweet moments and the other one says loving it. And I was tempted to put them both together like that or something, but I might put loving it up here and sweet moments down here, so I've got kind of green and green. Aha! And I also pulled out just a few white buttons to kind of dot around the place, but now I'm putting them around, I don't think they're going to be bright enough, so let's reject those. And I also had some tags, got them in two sizes. They're Do Craft Paper Mania Bear Craft Kit gift tags, 20 packs, two sizes. Thank you, Do Crafts. But if I've got captured, I probably don't need that. So that leaves us with sparkle. And I think we can definitely find some sparkle in here, but I'm actually quite happy with how that is looking. So, like I said before, I'm going to use I'm just going to put I'm going to put glue dots on the back of these little chipboard fruits, and then there we go, and then I'm going to add my glitter glue, and I'm going to use the glitter glue to stick the foam heart down, because if it's going all over I don't need additional glue to then stick down my heart, so I just squirted it on and I'm spreading it around. Sorry about the shadows, my lights are not in the best position. My playroom slash craft room is almost finished. We've got the floor down now, so with any luck, here we go, I will have somewhere to craft within a few weeks, hopefully. Glue dots. So I'm going back to this one now. Same thing. Just glue dots first. Hope they actually hold them. I'm not very good with the scrapbooking adhesives. Can't really justify having an ATG. Don't do it enough. So what did I do? Did I put that there? Like that. And then, sorry, got a piece of glue dot paper stuck to my fingers. I've not got a lot of patience tonight, can you tell? So I'm just gonna write on this. This photo was actually taken at our old house. We used to live in it pre-baby, and we've now moved to a bigger house, but we still rent this one out. So that was the first time she went there. Happy with that. Gonna just squidge that under there and I'm going to use the liquid glue again because it's stuck onto the well, it's a kebab stick, it's a skewer. So it's going to pop that in. I need to move my hearts a bit. Oopsie. What I've done. Covering up my words now. That's better. And then put a couple of glue dots on these little foam hearts. If you're interested, I used a Sakura Micron 01 pen for that writing. Any old black pen would do, or coloured pen I suppose. Just think it coordinates with the, I kind of want to cover up that corner, but I don't want to cover up those words. There we are, that'll do. Sorry, I seem to be clearing my throat a lot tonight, I apologise. I'm not planning on editing this much, I hope. It's just going to magically go on to YouTube. Without too much bother. Okay, how did I do this? I'm going to do it that way this time. There we are. And then this is so thin, I'm going to have to, I haven't got thin enough tape, and the faff of trying to put double-sided sticky tape on these things is just more than my patience can bear. Fortunately this glue dries clear. There we are. Okay, last thing, sparkles. What colour is best? I quite like the dark green actually, that looks cool. So I'm just going to add some sparkles. I haven't used these sparkles a lot. I think we're done. I'm really happy with that. I think this has worked really well. Thank you very much for watching. Please continue to like, subscribe, share, give me a thumbs up, comment, visit me on Facebook and say hello, visit my blog. I just really appreciate all the support and the comments, and thank you to everybody who has subscribed so far. I really appreciate it, and I will see you again soon. I have a project in the pipeline which is really exciting. It's like bolted bottles on a whole new level. So hopefully you'll join me for that pretty soon. See you soon. Bye.